So we've been working this case for about a year now, and have had a couple of developments that we'd like to share, and maybe get the public's help in getting this case cleared up and getting our Jane Doe identified. So the case is a cold case from 1990. A semi-truck crashed on 259 in southern Flore County. A black female passenger was killed during that collision and has never been identified. We have, over the past year, worked with some different agencies, and we obtained an exhumation order for her remains, and for the purposes of DNA. And we were recently notified that that a DNA profile has been developed for our Jane Doe, and is currently being ran through several different DNA databases like CODIS. As of yet, we don't have any associations for that DNA, but we're hoping that that we can generate public interest in this, and if somebody believes this may be their loved one, we encourage them to submit a DNA for analysis so that we can rule that person out. This case has been profiled in the media before. We didn't have some of the information that we have now. We have, through the investigation, we discovered Jane Doe's ring, the only possession that she had been maintained over the years by the funeral home, Evans and Miller Funeral Home out of Poto, that had handled her remains back in 1990, and they had the foresight to maintain that. And when I contacted them last year, they were able to provide that ring to us. So now we have that available to put out there, so that if somebody recognizes that ring, maybe might be able to connect it to somebody. She was 25 to 35 years old. She was pretty short, about I want to say 5'1", and she didn't have any belongings with her. She did have a C-section scar, so we can make the assumption that she likely has a child or children out there somewhere. The story that we were given, or that investigators back then were given, was that that the truck driver picked her up at 55th and Euclid in Cleveland, Ohio, and you know, that's pretty specific. And so upon further investigation of that, you know, I discovered that there was a Salvation Army facility there, which, you know, possibly she had been at, you know, so that's really all the information we have on her. I mean, we can draw assumptions from that, but she was obviously not from here. So when this case was ran in 2011, I think it was mainly pushed to the media here in Oklahoma. Hopefully we can get this story out to some other states that can push it through the media there, that you know, maybe somebody would recognize her or recognize the ring and contact us. We're hoping with the new information that you know, it might generate some renewed or new interest, and might reach that person that we're looking for to close this case.